I think we're on the verge of seeing the death of small used car dealerships. Let me cook for a second. I'm going to talk a little bit about that and why that is right after this. Guys, before we get into today's video, today is the last day. Like, you have literally a few hours remaining on Pacific time before we close out the combo entries between the Ram 2500 diesel truck and the Challenger giveaway. So if you want to get in on both of those at the same prices, if you picked up anything, you can do so. Link is in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. 250,000 entries per dollar spent. Really easy to get in. If you pick up any of the black ice air freshener trees, if they're in stock, I know they were selling, I don't know how many is remaining, you can get 1,000x multiplier on top of that. It is closing out midnight Pacific time, so 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Central time. It will close out and they will both drop to their respective normal amount of entries through the rest. If you want to get in, no purchase necessary. It is void where prohibited. You can get the full rules by hitting the email in the description. Very simple to do so. You can also send in a letter, pick up some pre-entries if you want. All of that stuff is available. But if you want to get in at the best rate and get a shot to win both of these, basically picking up one thing and getting the same amount of entries on both, now's the time to do it. Link in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. So I had a dealer's license. I had one in Kansas. I never sold cars retail. I had friends that would ask me to bid on stuff for them at Copart or other places. Like that Bugatti Chiron that was L Alphas that was damaged or caught on fire. And it's other vehicles at Copart and ACV and a bunch, what is it? Yeah, I think that's what it was called. A bunch of different auction houses, Mannheim and the like. But car dealers right now, the car dealer that used to sell cars for $1,500, $2,500 are no longer going to exist. Like, I think in the next 3 to 5 years, they either all go bankrupt or go away. And let me explain why. It's a multi-pronged issue. One, you don't have any cars that you can pick up that are reliable, that you could sell to a consumer at $1,500 to $2,500. The dealer auctions are an absolute effing shit show. Everything is 200,000 plus miles on it. Wore the F out. And, I'll get into build quality for manufacturers in a minute, but the days of a dealer, a guy that would be able to make your bread and butter selling a $1,500 to $2,500 car are over, or done. One, because those cars don't exist anymore. Those cars that were $1,500 to $2,500 are now $5,000 and $6,000 cars. Everybody's not sitting on $5 or $6 grand. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and if they missed one or two, they'd be homeless. It's seeing that kind of issue, seeing the issues that I'm seeing pop back up with Carvana again in terms of their books, their numbers, and their exposure from all their delinquencies, is showing me stuff where I think the car market could be in trouble. Like, we could see a massive collapse in the car market. Like, delinquencies are so high right now, like for repos, they're ridiculously high. So you have that. You add on the fact that you can't buy a $1,500 or $2,500 car that's worth a shit right now, right? Those cars are now $5 or $6 grand. People are going to have to get loans to get those. Banks are just not loaning money on 180 and 200,000 mile cars. So the smaller dealer looking to get a floor plan is not going to be able to get it. So then what does that do? Then that dealer has to go out and he's going to have to do buy here, pay here with a customer, right? Cool. They do the buy here, pay here. They put tracking. They do whatever on the vehicles. And they get further run into the ground. Somebody doesn't make a payment. They wreck it. It's just what I'm seeing right now in that used car market, in that market that used to be $2,000 to $5,000, which is now $5,000 to $10,000, basically, is dwindling inventory. The vehicles that you could pick up that would be in that range now, right, of 5 to 10, have way more miles than they did previously. You can thank Uber and Lyft and all the delivery apps for that. And then you have shitty build quality. You know, yeah, Nissan just quit making the Altima. But if you really look at what was the Altima shit in terms of like transmission and stuff even a few years back? Of course it was. The Baby Mama Hellcat was horrible. But at least, like, even if they beat up the body or whatever, like, they would still stick together. Some of the newer ones, like 2020 and up, Altimas are just pieces of shit. They're grenading engines and transmissions falling apart, and they're nowhere near 100,000 miles. It's just, that's not me picking on Nissan. It's a bunch of companies. I mean, Dodge had some of their own issues with the plastic interior shit. Ford, General Motors with the dashboards and engines and everything else. The times of you being able to go not be in debt, you being able to go buy a car for $2,500 and drive it for a few years before you go buy another car for those days are over. That's done. I don't think they're ever coming back. I think we're going to increasingly see these cheaper used car prices go up and up and up. And if you can find a car that's at $2,500 or $3,000, you're going to put $1,500 to $3,000 into it to be able to daily drive it. You're going to have to fix a bunch of stuff on it, most likely. There's exceptions to every rule. But the purpose of this video is just talking about why the used car dealer is going to die. Like 3 to 5 years max. 3 years, that's probably my guess. Maybe less. If this thing blows up, all these delinquencies and stuff start piling up, it could blow up way sooner than that. But I'm guessing 3 to 5 years. The market, as you know it, the ability to go buy a car for cash and drive it for a few years will be gone. For sure. And then that's going to suck because banks aren't going to want to issue loans. So what happens? What are they going to do? Government going to bail out again? I just don't see it. It doesn't look good. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff that I saw back in 2008 with the housing market that I'm now seeing in the car market, which, to be honest, scares the shit out of me as somebody that has a bunch of money in investments and holdings. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.